and that, excuse this. Oh, well, he did. He's a fucking piece of shit.
Nobody
dude. Anybody does some
threatened
shit
Jessica's
like that?
mom,
Fuck
you
him.
fag.
If I was in
He's lucky I'm not. He's lucky I don't live in his area, and I'm being honest with you.
lucky
Oh,
I'm not in a different position because I know where he's at, and I would surprise visit, and
He needs it. He's gonna get his mouth. He's got a big fucking mouth. Blah 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 blah. He likes to fucking run that dick sucker.
Yeah.
He talks all that shit like he's a tough guy. He's a Mr. Tough Guy. My dad was a police chief. I'm a tough guy. I'm a tough guy. Bitch, stay in your fucking attic where you belong, son. You couldn't exist in this world.
Well, I used to have some not high regard, but some as a camaraderie of just chatting and trolling, and I liked them for that reason. But the other stuff, man,
Dude, he got kicked off of fucking Vine Live for threatening people, man.
Yeah,
He can't keep his fucking dick sucker shut, dude. He can't keep that dick sucker shut. That's what's wrong with him.
Right.
He can't keep his dick sucker shut. He thinks people like him. He thinks he's funny. Nobody likes that fucking piece of greasy head, piece of shit bastard. Nobody likes that motherfucker at all.
You're right.
Unless you got brain damage. And then you might like him then if you got brain damage.
And Rodney was threatening my life, and then Mark banned him.
Yeah, Rodney's pretty fucked up too. He hangs out with fucking Link. Those two right
We're
there.
hanging out.
If you're on welfare or disability, not you, because I know you do it for a good reason. But if you're a piece of shit, lazy motherfucker,
Right.
you would hang out with Lick, and that's the way I see it. So,
Yeah.
Speaking of
Lick,
lazy
if you're listening,
motherfuckers.
fuck you. You're a piece of shit, and you know you're a piece of shit. Your mom knows you're a piece of shit. Your dad hated you. I hate you too. Thanks.
Good one, fat ass.
Yeah, that's one reason why I keep I have believe it or not, I have a video camera in front of my house now for that purpose.
That's a good deal. That's a really good deal, because that dude right there, when his mother dies, ain't no telling what he might do, because he's not going to have a place to stay and all that bullshit. He's going to be fucked. He hadn't prepared for the future.
The Bible says, as a Christian, I try to pray. He says, pray for your enemies. So those that are enemies of the cross, I just pray for them. And say, God, you do your work.
But trust me, people like him is on a fucking FBI watch list. Don't worry. They see everything he does. Don't worry.
What I try to do is avoid engaging in a feminine sort of way.
Yeah.
I try not to engage with Rodney at all times, but he makes it very difficult when he calls and
You can't
calls
engage
my
with him.
house.
Right. He does, yep.
And
It's the best thing to do.
What crossed the line was him calling my job, not one, not two, not three, but 5 of my managers. My house phone got blown up by by at least 10 managers from my store.
Wow.
Asking me what's going on.
Jesus.
Right, exactly. And I'm going to be honest with you, Jessica, they're going to get tired of him doing that shit. They're going to blame you eventually. So I'm telling you right now, call the police, get a lawyer, and fucking destroy this dude, because he's going to make you lose your job. That's harassment. You might even be able to sue him. He claims he's got money and whatnot. Get him for harassment and all that shit. You do what you got to do on your side.
Right, but you can't tell me he calls in there and they can't trace that call. That's BS.
That's what I'm saying. They got caller ID, so when I go in there, I'm going to find out.
The call and you could just put a police report in and get this guy, locked up.
Because they trace.
Unfortunately.
Too. So as soon as I go in there, I'm going to find out who that call went to, who came in, who called at the exact time. I'm going to give them a time, what time I called. And then basically from there, I'll get the phone number that was used to dial.
Smart.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jessica, let me interject here. Unfortunately, they use call spoofing, which is it's through an application.
The thing is, it takes time.
You may have to get your lawyer to talk to a judge to get that information, but that website will have to provide you with that information. So, like I said, there's ways to get around that bullshit. These motherfuckers think they're fucking anonymous. They're not anonymous.
Right. Can you say the word, dumbass? Hey, fat ass, try
it
again.
takes money to go through the long red tape to get through the false phone number that's backed up to another thing. like the VPN. You know, you can always get around VPN. Everybody thinks you're hiding. No, you're never hiding on the internet.
No, you're never invisible on the internet, brother. Trust me. The FBI agent that I'm dealing with told me, said, you're never invisible. You think you're invisible, you're not invisible.
Oh, no.
Never, ever, because they have a way to find you.
Mad Dog's FBI connection.
Even when you think of it, even if you have a Facebook account, your information's always going to be made public.
Can you think about it?
Yeah. And
like
you
I said, all it boils down to is an IP address. You've got to use an IP address for everything. Even if you have a company that provides you with a VPN, their records are very much. You can get their records. All you gotta have is a lawyer, or the government can get them anyway.
You got Facebook, right? You got a Facebook account. One Live, you're a Kick, you're a Twitch. You know, Twitter. You know, it's all connected. So, right, exactly.
There is no invisibility on the internet.
I have to be somewhere, and I'll message you, Mad Dog. But I have to be somewhere in about a couple of hours, so I will have to leave.
Oh, it's all right, Jessica. Nice. Thank you for having this show. It's wonderful. Thank you so much for just come up and bullshit.
You're welcome.
Great show, Corky.
You're welcome. You guys have a good day now.
God bless you.
You too.
Yeah,